Hello everyone and welcome here. My name is Prosper. So in this video, I'll be walking you through step by step how to create a traffic Facebook ads. So basically, if you are new to Facebook ads, or maybe it's been a while you touched Facebook ad and you want to see some of the changes that has occurred since the last time you visited Facebook ads, then do make sure you watch this video to the end because I'm going to be sharing with you all the information, all the resources, and every step you need in order to create a profitable Facebook ads that will give you results. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, kindly take out time to click on that subscribe button. If you are yet to subscribe, please give the video a thumbs up because you're going to be getting a lot from this video. So thank you very much if you have just done that, and if you are yet to still subscribe, please click on that subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel. All right, so now let's get into the video of creating a profitable Facebook ad. The goal of this video is to show you how to create not just anyhow Facebook ads, but an ad that you are sure of getting results on, getting return on your investment. All right, so to get started, just come over to this page, business.facebook.com. So you'll be welcome to this page, a page that looks like this. Now you have to log into business tools from Meta. So you can log in with your Facebook, log in with Instagram, or you can create an account. So whichever one that suits you. And if you, okay, there's a chance that you might not have an account before. So whichever one that suits you, you can use to log in into your account. So once you are logged in, a page that looks like what you are seeing on your screen. And if yours is a little different, you can just, fast track the process and just go to adsmanager.facebook.com. adsmanager.facebook.com, which will also take you to this page. So this is what your ads manager will currently look like once you've created the account and then you logged in. So you're going to be seeing some options here on the left side of your screen. Yours might be a little different, but these are just some important ones that you are going to need. So I'm going to walk you through all of this. So the first one is saying account overview. So let's look at what is there. So you can see this is what the account overview page currently looks like. So just giving you an overview of your account. You can see here, you see your account spending limits. That means the total amount that you have spent, how much you spent in the last 7 days. And then once you scroll down to, you will see every other information that talks about your account. Just an overview of your account. So the next one is campaign. You are still going to come there. Then the next one is the ads reporting. So from the name ads reporting, this is where you are going to see more reports about a particular ad that you are running or a particular campaign that you are running. So you can set it, you can see, can give it a range. So let me just say, so I've not run ads on this account for some time. So but let me just look at last quarter. So this is it. To give it, show you the campaign name, the status, the delivery, the reach, pressure, frequency, and all these things that it is showing here. You can set it up yourself. You can see it here. So you can customize your pivot table. That's what are the informations that you want to be seeing here. Some of these informations that you are seeing here will help you to decide or know if your ad is actually performing well or not. Okay, so if I should scroll down now, you can see there are other things that you can select. Maybe you want to say, okay, based on the country, based on region, based on platform or placement, you want to see which ads is doing well, the result that you are getting. So any options that you select here, it will appear here, and whatever reports that relating to that, what you selected here, you are going to be seeing it here. Maybe you run an ad and you selected call, you want to see what happened with the call to action. If you select this call to action, you're going to be seeing all of those in your ads reporting. So that's what this particular side is meant for. And you can see, you can just decide the range with which you want to check some of these reports. All right, so next to that is audiences. For audiences, when you are creating a Facebook ads, you are still going to get there. There will be an option for you to create an audience. That means the audience are the people that you want to target, where you're going to target them based on their age, their language, their behavior, and every other thing I'm still going to show you in the course of the video. So once you create this audience, there's an option for you to save the audience so that you can use it when next you are running a Facebook ad and you want to use the same audience. So instead of you going through the process of doing them again, you can easily save such audience. So once you save them, you are going to find them here. So these are some of the audience that I've used for some ads and I saved them. So it makes it much more easier to reuse them again when I want to run similar ad, or maybe I want to make a tweak to other settings within the ad. We're using the same type of audience. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, don't worry, you are still going to understand it. And if you want to just create an audience here, you can also use this option to create an audience. Okay, all right, so that's it on audiences. So advertising settings, when you come to the advertising settings, these are the options that you are going to be seeing here. You can set your audience segments, default beneficiary and payer, data set and pixel name, template, and the like. So these are the options there. We might not really need to do much here. Okay, so look, let's move away from this. So next one is the bill and payment. This is very important, and in case you can't find that bill and payment option on that side, just check on tools. So I need to mention it so that I don't forget. So you can just, once you come to tools, you also find the option of bill and payment. Okay, so your bill and payment, this is where you are going to see your prepaid balance, and you can also add fund. Okay, so now let me also show you how to add funds to your Facebook account, because it's also essential that your Facebook account is funded for any ads to run. If you don't have fund on your account and you set up an ad, you're going to be getting payment error. Okay, so for you to add fund, once you've clicked on bills and payments, you come over here, you click on add funds, and this will pop up. So this is where you're going to enter the amount you want to use to run the ad. So you can see here it's telling me enter an amount between 100,000 and approximately 1.6 million naira. So this account is in naira. So when you are setting us yours, depending on the country you are setting it from, so the currency will definitely fit in. So for you to make a payment or to fund your account, you can see there are 4 options here. You can use your debit or credit card. You can pay with USSD. You can pay by bank transfer, pay with your Naira, Verve, Visa, or MasterCard. So personally, I've used these two. So, but whichever one you want to use, fine. Whichever one that is convenient for you, you can use. So if you want to do with bank transfer, once you select the option and then you've entered the amount you want to pay in, maybe you want to fund it with 50,000 as for instance. Once you enter the amount, so if you want to use bank transfer, if you select that, you click on next. So basically, the bank transfer means it provide you with an account number and an account name which you are going to transfer the money to, and then you have within 30 minutes to make that payment, and the payment will go through. So using that as an example, now if I click on open bank by transfer, this is it. It will ask for your phone number, and after that, let me just enter. So once you enter that, click on continue. So you can see it will provide you with a virtual account number. This is the account number. Once you pay it into this account number, within a few minutes, once you have been debited and you've done the transaction, you see that this page will automatically refresh itself, letting you know that the funding has been successful. So this is how you fund your Facebook account. So let me just go back. Okay, so I've walked you through the process of how to fund your Facebook account. So I hope you get that. And if you need to change your currency, okay, so you can just come over to payment settings. So then once you scroll down, you see this option here, business info, where you can enter your business name, your tax ID, your address, and then your currency. Because you can see this is currently set to Nigerian Naira. So if you want to change it, just click on edit. And then you can see where you can change your currency, your time zone. So you might want to change your time zone because the time that you set within your ad account is what the report you're going to be getting will be used for. You can see if you want to change your billing country or your region. So all of this information, you can do that here, your VAT ID and advertising purpose. Okay, so all of this information, do make sure you fill them appropriately and then you can save it. Okay, so those are the options that I want to walk you through when it talks about bills and payments. So the other one is all tools. So once you come to all tools, you can see there are other things that you might want to do. Okay, so you can just find time to go through them, but we are not going to go into in this video because not all of them that are actually compulsory when setting up. Okay, but as the first time, you might just need to just go there and then see whatever it is that you can set up. If there's anything that you need to set up, fine, you can set. If there's not anything you don't understand, please just leave them the way it is. Okay, so that's just it. But the important ones are what you find here, and that's what I've already taken you through. So going through this will make the video longer than necessary. Next thing I want to touch now is campaigns. So if you click on campaign, this is what you're going to be seeing. You're going to be seeing a dashboard that looks like it. Now you might not see some campaigns here. These are just some of the campaigns or the ads that I've run in the past. So that's what I'm seeing here. Some of the results here is what it's showing me. Okay, so you can see, and if you are running a Facebook ad, they are always in 3 levels. We have the campaign level, the ad set level, and then the ad itself. So you're going to be going through everything in the course of this video. So to get started, just click on this green button that says create. So click on create. So now for you to create an ad on Facebook, there are 6 types of campaign that you can choose from. You can say choose a campaign objective, like what do you want to achieve. So we have the awareness campaign. So this says, so once I click on just check here, they show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. Okay, so this is very good for new businesses that just want to create awareness for people. So this also look fine. Then you can see it is good for reach, brand awareness, video views, store location awareness. Okay, so that's what this ad is good for. So we also have traffic. It says send people to a destination like your website, app, Instagram profile, or Facebook events. Okay, so this is for traffic. So it is good for link clicks, landing page view, Instagram profile visits, messaging, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and then calls. Now we also have engagements. So for engagements, this is also, it said get messages, purchases through messaging, video views, post, engagement, post like, and event response. So, and then for this engagements, I've done a separate video where we use engagement as a campaign objective. Okay. So one thing about this is that you're going to get a lot of likes, a lot of shares, a good number of comments. Okay, once you run an engagement ad. Okay, so that's one thing. Then this is for leads. They collect leads for your business or brand. So this allows you, one thing about this is that it allows you to integrate some of the email marketing platform into your ads. Okay, then for app promotion, just like the name, this is when you're running an ad and you want to promote an app. Okay, maybe you want people to install, you can say for app installation, you want to get more installation, more download for your app, then you can find this option. Great. Then this is for sales. So find people likely to purchase your product or services. Facebook has a lot of users. Okay, and they have a system that can class their users based on all of this. Like you can see, this is that find people likely to purchase. So once you run an ad with the intention of sales, with all the settings that you're going to do within your Facebook ad, Facebook will definitely show your ads to people that are more likely to purchase them. Okay. So, but in the course of this video, for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to be working with traffic. Okay, so we are going to select traffic option. Like I said, I've done a separate video where we use engagement, so you can check the playlist to find that video. So for traffic now, once we've selected traffic, we click on continue. So we want to do it manually, so we select this manual option, so then click on continue. So now the next thing is for us to give our campaign a name. So let me say, now let's say I'm running an ads, I want to promote a web design offer. Okay, so I can just give it a name like that. So let's just say I want to run, so I've given it the campaign name that ads for website design promo. So make sure that whatever name you are giving him is a name that you'll be able to recognize once you are checking it on your campaign dashboard. Okay, so every other thing here, we'll just leave it the way that it is, and then we are just going to click on next. So now we are done with at the campaign level. So you can see it here. This is the campaign level, this is the ad set level, and then this is the ad itself. So now the next thing is for us to set our ad set. So if you have to give an ad set a name, I'll come back to give it a name. Okay, so because personally, the information that I'll be using here is what I use to determine the name that will give my ad set. All right, so now let's come to the next section. Now is conversion. So conversion location says choose where you want to drive traffic. You'll enter more details about the destination later. So what does it mean? Where do you want to drive your traffic to? So the first option here is website. Say send traffic to website. So this app is currently not enabled. Instagram or Facebook. So do you want to send traffic to Instagram or Facebook? You can say send traffic to Instagram profile, Facebook page, or both. So for messaging apps, send traffic to Messenger, Instagram, or WhatsApp, and then get people to call you. So you can see there are different options here that you can choose from. Now it all depends on what you want to achieve. If you want to send traffic to your website, then this looks okay. This is ideal. Maybe you want to send it to a website, to a landing page, this is very ideal for website. Then if you want to send people to your Facebook page, there are people that want to send people to their Facebook page. Maybe they have a particular post on their Facebook page, or they want people to engage with their Facebook or Instagram page or account itself, or the profile itself. Then this option comes highly recommended. Then if you want to receive messages, maybe you are running an ad and you want people to reach out to you via messaging apps like Instagram, Messenger, or WhatsApp. And if you want to get calls, okay, so this is it. So it all depends on you. It depends on what you tend to achieve. So I can't tell you that this is what you should go for, but I've gone ahead to explain what you should expect when you select any of this. Now, another thing is this, that if I select website, maybe I want website now. And like you see here, it says choose where you want to drive traffic. You enter more details about the destination later. Now that I've selected website, if I should scroll down now, so before I get to my budget, you can see this is the only information that it's asking me. Do I want maximum number of clicks? That means the performance goals. Or do I want maximum number of landing page views? Okay. Now this is the option that it provide. Now if I should select messaging apps, that's okay. This is where I want to drive traffic to. You can see it will ask me that which page did I want. Choose a page for this ad. I'll be asked to select a page. And at the same time, I'll also have to select the messaging apps. Okay. That's because I selected messaging app. Is it Messenger? Is it Instagram or WhatsApp? All right. So I hope you take note of that. Now, if I should select Instagram or Facebook, so it will also ask me my destination. Okay. So is it Instagram or Facebook I want to use? If I want to use both, I can just select it. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever options that you choose here is to go ahead to change every other thing here. So if I want to receive call, maybe I want to opt for call. If you want to get more calls, so you can see that the option to select a Facebook page or Instagram or WhatsApp is not here. Okay, so you can see those options are not here. So with that now, so do make sure you are sure of what you want. I've gone ahead to explain what you stand to get when you select any of this. So, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I will be selecting the option of websites. So maybe I want to send people to a landing page or to my website. Okay, so that's the option. So after selecting that, then the performance goal. So if you click on this icon here, it will tell you what each of these things means. It says performance goals measures the success of your ad. For example, if a goal is to maximize purchases and the average cost per action is $5, Meta will look for the best opportunity to reach that goal. Okay, so maximize number of link clicks or maximize number of landing page views. So whichever one you are looking for to get more, you can select it. And there are other goals here, that you can pick from. Okay, so that is on that. So this is also optional, and then we can just leave this the way it is. This is just more options. All right, so now let's go to the next one, which is the budget and scheduling. Now, this is very interesting. Now, for you to set your budget, there are two options. We have the daily budget and the lifetime budget. So now let me explain the difference between the two. When we talk about daily budget, it talks about how much you want to spend on daily basis on your ad. Now, a practical example is this. If you tend to run an ad for 5 days, and then you select a daily budget, and then you enter, I'm using Naira now, and then you enter 10,000 Naira as your daily budget. That means you come in here and then you put in 10,000 Naira. So that means for that 5 days, you are going to be charged 50,000 Naira. That means Facebook will be charging you 5,000 Naira on daily basics for that ad. Now, the meaning of this lifetime budget is for the same ad now, where you want to be spending, you plan that, okay, I want to be spending 5,000 Naira daily. That's for daily ad. At the end of that 5 days, you are going to be spending 50,000, right? So for lifetime budget, you can just come here and put in that 50,000. That this is the amount I want to spend for the duration of that ad. Now, what Facebook will do is that they will now be the one to determine how much they are going to be charging you on daily basis for that 5 days. So what it means that on day one now, since you said 10,000 Naira, the ad might run and they'll just charge you maybe average of 10,000. On day two, maybe the ad did very well, they were able to reach more people, they might charge you maybe 14,000 Naira. Maybe on the third day, they couldn't get more result for one reason or the other. Maybe they charged you 8,000 Naira. But one thing is that I'm driving at is that they are going to be charging you different amount on different days compared to the daily budget. I hope that makes sense. So, but personally, I usually stick with the lifetime budget. I just put in the amount I want to spend for the duration of the ad. So that's the meaning of this lifetime budget and daily budget. So then this is where you're going to enter your schedule. That's how many days do you want this ad to run. Okay, and at the same time, you can also set the date that you want the ad to start. So here I'm going to enter my start date, but as a matter of preference, if I'm setting an ad today, I always make sure that the ad is not starting that same day. Okay, so at least I put it like the following day. Okay, so maybe I want to add to start from on the 28th. I put it here, and then the time where you want it to start, and you can see it's currently using West African time. That's what I showed you in the settings the other time. So if you want to change your time zone, so you can also do that from that settings I showed you earlier. Then the end date, where do you want the end? The ads to end. So once you click on custom, you can select maybe from 14, 30, 60 or custom dates. Okay, so it's not necessarily like these are not the only options there. Even if you want to run an ad for 1 day or for 2 days, the options are there. Okay, so let's say I want to run it from on the 28th of April to, let's say, okay, so let's say till on the 3rd of May. Okay, so this is where I can enter it. Now, you also have to pay attention to what we are having here. Estimated daily results. So this will show you the number of reach that you're supposed to get, the number of possible link clicks. Okay, and that's because if you look here, remember we selected maximum number of clicks here. So it is telling us that this is the average number of clicks that we are going to get, 244 to 706. And this is the number of reach we are going to get. Okay, now if you increase your budget, you see that this number will increase. And also, if you change your schedule date, now let's say even at 50,000 Naira, and now I'm selecting from on the 28th to on the 3rd. Now, if I should increase the day, now maybe I want to run it till on the 6th now, you see that number will reduce. That's because at the same budget, I want to extend the ad. So definitely the daily reach will definitely reduce. So you need to take note of that. Now, let's say, for example, if I should increase the budget from 50,000 to, let's say, 70,000 now, you see that the numbers also increase. So while you are setting your budget and your schedule dates, you need to also pay attention to this. However, the fact that if you keep increasing your budget, these numbers will keep increasing doesn't mean you should increase it to a point where it will just be too much, because there's a point you get to that even if you increase it so much, you might not be getting higher results. So it's not so that you don't just go and spend so much on ads and then you are not getting results, especially based on the amount you spend. Okay. So in essence, you can just set a budget and see that at what point do you increase it that you just get the same result. Because there's a point you get to once you are running an ad that if you increase your budget higher, you will just be getting the same result. So that the excess addition you're adding to it is not just a waste. So you need to take note of that. So once you have set up your lifetime budget, your budget, and then you put in how long you want the ads to run. So I was mentioning something here that I selected maximum number of lead clicks, and it's telling us how many clicks we can get. If I should change this to maximize number of landing page views, so you can see it will tell me that this is the number of landing page view that we can get. Okay, and this is not actually the right the exact value you are going to get. Okay, so it's possible that on daily basis you can even get more than 208. Okay, so they're just trying to give you a range just to play safe. You might even run an ad sometimes and they'll tell you that you get maybe 0 to 10 likes or 0 to 10 link clicks, but you'll be surprised that you even get even that more than 10. But this is just an estimate, and it is written here that the accuracy is based on factors like campaign data, the budget you entered, market data, and the likes. Okay, but this is just more like a guide. I hope that makes sense. So after you've done all of this, there's also an option here which is ad scheduling. I personally hardly use this, but let me talk about it. This ad scheduling, it helps you to select what time of the day you want your ads to run. Okay, because by default your ad will run all day. Once it has reached the start date, it will run all day. But if you want your ad to run at a certain time of the day or a certain days of the week, you can set that. Or maybe I want my ad to run only from 6 a.m. in the morning to probably 1 p.m. So this is where you can set that option, ad scheduling. Okay, so if you are not using that, do make sure you leave it as it's turned off. So once we are done with our budget and our scheduling, the next thing is for us is to select our audience. Now you can see under this audience control, if you look at use save audience, now you can see to show me a list of the audience I showed you earlier when I came to this page. Now what this means is that now that I'm creating the ad, if I want to use from this audience, now I can just select it and it will automatically, okay, so let me show you now. Let's say I want to use this list audience. So this was the audience I created for an ad I did where I was targeting, I wanted to sell some list material for a business. Now you can see now, this is the size, this is the audience size, this is the age. I was targeting female, and based on their interest, I was selecting people that love jewelry based on their behavior, engaged shoppers, and the like. So if I select this now, you will see that it will save me the stress of putting in an audience manually. So you can see it has gone ahead to select, to bring out all this information for me. And the next thing for me is to select my placements. That is where I want my ad to show across Facebook platform. Okay. So you can see under audience control now, the location that I selected, I selected for people in Ekpe and Lagos State, and people living in Lagos, the age 35 to 45, gender female, and people who matches this. Okay, so you can see it has saved me the stress, but I want to create a new audience. So let me just click this create new audience. So let's just do the audience ourselves so that I can show you how you can do it. Okay, so now let's select our location. So this is where you're going to enter the location. That's the place that you want to target for your ad. So you can do it at different level. You can control, you can target, maybe you want to target different countries. You can see it is automatically selected Nigeria. Maybe maybe the ad I want to run, I also want to select, I also want to target people in Ghana. I can select it here. Maybe I want to also target people maybe in South Africa, for example. So you can see I'm running an ad countrywide. Okay, maybe I want to also target people in France. So, but one thing you need to take note is the more people you are putting in here, you should be expecting that you'll be having, you can see, estimated size is about 60 million to 71 million. So that means you are going to be having more budget, and then you need to be sure that you'll be getting results with more countries that you put based on your budget and the kind of ads that you are running. So this, if you want to select it maybe countrywide, you can even go as low as selecting it based on maybe citywide or statewide. Now let me stick with Nigeria, for example. Maybe I want to host an event, or maybe I want to just target people that are living within Lagos alone. That's Lagos, Nigeria. I can also do that. I'll just select Lagos. That's okay. I only want to target people that are living in Lagos, and then maybe other states that are close by. You can also do it like that. So it's not just, you can't just target the entire country. That's what you need to take note. You can just start from your location itself, from people around you, from cities close to you, from states that are close to you. That's depending on maybe the product or services that you are running the ads for. I hope you get that. And then if you select a particular location, if you don't want your ad to show for some location, you can just come over here and click on exclude and say, okay, maybe this ad I'm running, I want to target people in Lagos, but I don't want to target people in Ogun State. Or look, let me just say, I don't want people in from Ibadan. Ibadan is another city that is close to Lagos, and I want to just exclude Ibadan, so I can easily do that. And maybe I want to also include people from Ogun State. Okay, so these are states that share borders. So those options are there. Okay, no, I forgot to change it to include. So I want to include Ogun. So you can also do it like this, once you are running your ad, and you are going to see everything here. Okay, so that's it for location. So once you have selected your location, then we can scroll down. You have these show more options. So once you click on it, this is where you're going to select the minimum age. So what's the minimum age for people that should see this ad? So you can just select it here. So maybe I just want 21. Then this is where you can select your language. So let's see. It says, we'll deliver your ads to people we determine can understand the language you select. Okay, so this is where you can select the language. So you can also edit it. So search for language. Maybe I want to target people that understand English. So I put in English. I can select maybe UK, US, or all English. And if your ads is you want to target, okay, you can see you can target people that understand French or Portuguese, Spanish. Just enter the language there, and then you see the option here. That's if you want to be specific with language. Okay, so those are the options here. The next one is the audience advantage plus audience. So let's scroll down. So you can see that based on some of this information we pick, we are now down to less than 10. Okay, so I just want to walk you through everything based on the options that we choose. Now you can see we are expecting probably less than 10 page views. Okay, so all the options that you choose here also goes a long way in affecting what you'll be seeing here. All right, so advantage plus audience. So once we click on this plus now, this is where we set more options with respect to our audience. So this is where you're going to select the age. What's the age range of people that you want to target for your ads? Okay, remember the first age we picked is the minimum number of age that you want your ad to show to. Minimum number of people that you want, their age rather. So maybe I want to show my ad to people from the age of 28 to, let's say, 50. Okay, so now you notice that as I selected the age range, now you can see that the landing page views increased again. So that's now all the options you choose here will just be changing the settings here. Okay, but do make sure that right here you pick the right things. Okay, then who do you want to target? Do you want to target all the gender? Do you want to target men or women? So let's just say I want to target only men. Okay, then this is another interesting part, the detailed targeting. This is an option that allow you to select an audience based on their demographic, their interests, or their behavior. Okay, so now once you click on browse, you see based on demographic, you can select people based on their level of education, their finance, their life events, parent relationship, work. Okay, so what this means is that, let's say for example you want to run an ad, a traffic ad, and you want to target people based on their relationship. If you select relationship now, based on their relationship status, so you can select people that are engaged, in a relationship, married, single. So what this means is that if you are sending traffic to a website now, and maybe the landing page is talking about something that concerns people that are married, so you can see that once you select this option, that means your ads will also show to people that are married. Okay, so that's it. Then if you want to target people, maybe is based on their education level or their field of study, the options is already there. So maybe on the educational level, if I select it, okay, maybe people that have associate degree, people that have doctorate degree, or people that are in college. So you can also target people based on all of this also. So that's for demographic. You also go to interest. So is it based on people that are interested? Is it based on their hobbies or activities, based on their shopping and fashion? Are they people that based on clothing? So the more you select, the more options that you see till you get to the last sub menu there. Okay, is it based on their behavior also? Do you want to target people based on their behavior? That means mobile device user, digital activities. What else do we have? Based on travel. Okay, is it, do you want to target frequent travelers? You know, returned from travel 2 weeks ago, returned from travel 1 week ago. You know, you can find all of these options handy. For these frequent international travelers, you can find it useful. Maybe you are sending the traffic to a website that sells tickets, that, you know, does tickets, or maybe at hotels and booking. You know, you'll find this very helpful, frequent international travelers, so that maybe you can set an ad targeting this kind of people, because they travel a lot. Definitely, they are going to need to book tickets, or maybe book a flight, you know, maybe book an hotel and all the likes. So you can see that all this also, you'll find them very handy. So depending on the kind of ads, so what I'll just advise you is just click on this browse, go through all the options there: education, finances, live events, parents. So you can see even under parents, you can see that's parent up to 12 months, parents with adult 18 to 26, parents with early school age. Okay, so all of this, maybe parents with preschoolers. So for example, now this can also be very useful. Maybe you're running an ad and you're promoting a new preschool or a crèche or a daycare. You know, you can just narrow all of this down. You can see parents with toddlers 0 to 1 or 2 years. Okay, maybe you want to target people that have toddler because maybe you have a daycare for them. You know, you can also target them like that. It is very customizable like this. So once you select all of these options, so this is the option to save the audience. So once it means, like I showed you, once you save this audience, then that is what you are going to see. It's going to appear under this menu here. So what it means, like I said, is so that when next you are creating an ad, you can come back and use the same audience. Okay, so you don't need to start going through all the process of selecting your location, your age, your gender, your detailed targeting options. All right, so that is it on this audience. Okay, so the next thing you are going to be seeing is placement. Okay, so if you are finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know you are really finding value in it, please give it a thumbs up. You know, like the aim, I'm taking you through everything so that once you are setting your ad, you'll be able to know the best option to pick. You know, this is not a video that is telling you that this is what you must pick, this is what you must not pick. No, I'm taking time to explain everything so that once you are doing yours, you should know the right thing to do. All right, so now let's look at placement. Say choose where your ads appear across Meta technology. So once I click on this, now you can just click on this edit button to show you this. So here it is telling us that Facebook would give us the best place to place their ad, but I always choose to do it manually myself. So what this means is that you are going to select, so there's this first option here, which is devices. So that means it's asking us that where do you want your ads to show? Do you want your ad to show on mobile or desktop? Okay. So all devices okay. If you are not bothered with that, you can let your ad to show either on mobile or desktop. But if your ad is specific, okay, maybe you are running an ad and because of the ad, maybe it has to do with mobile, or maybe you just want mobile users, you know, you can then come here. But if you don't have any business with this, you can just leave it like that. Then the other one is platform. What are the platforms you want your ads to show? Do you want to show it on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and then on their audience network? Okay, so maybe I just want the ad to show on Facebook alone, so I'll just uncheck others. So after that, you're going to select the placement. Where exactly on Facebook do you want your ads to show? So that is how you can also select. Okay, so I always like it to show on Facebook feeds. Maybe I want it to show on profile feeds. Okay, since I didn't select Instagram, I will just uncheck this. If I should check this now, you can see the Instagram will be checked. Okay, so Facebook Marketplace, yes, video feeds, I can uncheck that because my creative is not video. So Facebook right column. Okay, so once you just go through all of this, you select where you want your ads to show. Okay, but so let's see, Facebook search results, yes, ads on Facebook Reels. Okay, I can just, so it's a matter of preference. Facebook in-stream video, I'm not using video, so I cannot check this. So once you select where you want it to show, but you can see 7 out of 21 placements. So, but one thing I also need to mention here is that if you select a fewer number of placements, your ad might not run. So it might give you an error. So you need to come back here and select more placements. Okay. But I think anything from 6 is okay. If it is less than 6, it will even tell you that you should select more placement. So once you have done selecting your placements, if you scroll down, there's still some other options there. I just want to make sure that I touch everything. So you can see there are more options there, specific mobile device and operating system. Okay, so this one is optional. You can just leave it like this. But again, if your ad require you to select all of this, you know, depending on what you tend to achieve, then you can leave it. But if you are not concerned, just leave it like that. So once I click on edit, so do you want Android users, iOS users only? Maybe you want your ads to show it to Android users or iOS users. So this can also, like I said, depend on your ad. If your ad is promoting something, maybe an app or something that has to do with Android phones, then you can come here. Maybe you are promoting a service that is only available to iOS users, then you can come here and select iOS devices only. But if you are just targeting either you are using iPhone or you are using Android or you are using desktop or you are using mobile, then if you're targeting all those people together, you don't need to worry. You can see there's also an option here, only when connected to Wi-Fi. So maybe your ad should only show people that are connected to Wi-Fi. You can see the option is also here. Okay, so we can also see based on this, but this you can just leave it the way it is. Okay, so once you are done with all of this option, just click on next. Okay, so I forgot to mention, I've not yet added this title. So let me go ahead and give it my ad set a name. Like I said, I always give it a name based on all the options that I've chosen here. So now I've gone ahead to put a name, my ad set a name. You can see I now named it website 70K. That means that's the budget I set for 5 days, and then the location, and then the age, and then I'm targeting men. So it's a matter of preference. This I just like to give my ad set a name so that once I'm seeing it, looking at it through my report, I can understand some of the options that I choose there. So once all this is done, so click on next. This is the ad itself. So this is where you're going to be selecting the exact ad that you want to use for this advert, for this campaign. Okay, so this is the ad name. So I'm still going to come back to give this a name. For the partnership ad, it's turned off, so I'll leave it like that. So for the identity, say choose the page and Instagram account that this ad will be associated with. Now you need to take note that every ad that you're running on Facebook is always associated with a particular page. A simple example of this is once you see an ad on Facebook and then you click on it, it will sort of take you to a page. That's except you click on the call to action button, but at the top of the ad you see that there's a page. So this is where you're going to select the page. That's because you selected traffic. Okay, so once you click here, you'll be able to select some pages from your accounts. Okay, that's to let you know that you're supposed to have a page created already. So if you don't know how to create a page or you want a separate video on that, so just let me know in the comment section. So once you click here, you'll be able to select page. So mine, this page already selected. So if you have more than one pages to you, everything will show up behind here. I don't just want to click because I have some other pages here. Then we are not running on Instagram, so we are just going to leave this like that. All right, so ad setup. So if you click here, there's 2 options or 3 options here. You can say create ad, use existing post, use creative or mockup. So this create ad means you want to create the ad using a new post on your page. Why this use existing post means that what you want to put at the front of the ad, like what you want people to see, you've already uploaded on the page already. Okay, so that's the meaning of this use existing post. So whatever options you choose here will also determine what will show up here. So if I should click on, so once I click on existing post, you can see once you scroll down, you can see it's asking me to select the post. So you see that if I should scroll down now, it will give me the option to select the post. But if I should use the option of create ads, so that means I just want to create the ad I want to use. So you can see manual upload is asking me the format of the image or video. Maybe I want carousel, collections, So these are the options that are there when you want to create it newly. Okay, maybe I want to create a new post. So this carousel is like 2 or more scrollable images of video, a single image of video. So this is the options there. I can either decide to create a new post or to use an existing post. But for the purpose of this now, I'll just be selecting the option of to use existing posts. Okay, I always make sure that whatever post I want to use to run my ad is already on the page already. Okay, but if you want to use a create ad because of what you want to achieve, maybe you want to do 2 image carousels or the likes, the choice is yours. So then I also want to check this multi-advertisers ad. That means your ad should appear alongside other ads in the same ad unit to help discover product, blah, blah, blah. So I always uncheck that. So once we scroll down, so the next thing is for us to select the post itself. So if I should come here and select post. So what it means is that it will take me to my page on Facebook and look through all the posts that I have and ask me to select the one I want to use. So if I should scroll down now and look for the one I want to use. So maybe I want to use this, for example, now. So if I should select this and then I click on continue. So now this is the post. Now on the right side here, you can see it's showing me a preview. So here it's saying now you can see more variation of your ad in preview. So what this means is that it is showing me how the ad will look like in different placements. You can remember based on the placements we selected earlier, it will show me how it will look like. Now on Facebook feeds, this is how it will look like. So you can see it now. Then if I should scroll down again, what view is this? So all the placement we selected, how it will appear is what it will show me here. Now, this is for Facebook Reels. This is how it will appear on Facebook Reels. This is how it will appear on Facebook profile feeds. Okay, so that is it on there. Now, then the primary text. So let me scroll this up. Let me take this up so that you can see. The primary text is the Get Professional Design website. So this text here, this is it here. So if you should scroll down. So you can also, with the help of AI, you can create a different variation of this text that we have at the top. So if you want to use any of them, you can check them. If you don't want, you can just uncheck them, okay? Now, this is another important one. This is call to action. So the call to action is this button you are seeing here. So you can see this button that you are seeing here is what the call to action is. So if you want to change it, once you click on change, so you can select what you want to appear. Remember, we selected traffic. That is why we are seeing that option of call to action. So depending on your kind of ad, maybe the best call to action that fit, maybe book now, buy ticket, contact us, download, get offers, get promotion. So whatever one that you think that is okay, you can select from here. Okay, so let's say since I'm running an ad for, let's say, a web design now. So let me see. So I can click on get offer. So once I select get offer, so the URL, so what do you want to send them to when they click on that get offer? So maybe I want to send them to my website now that has to do with web design. I can just put it here. So that means you put in your website or your landing page or the links. I just put it here, and then you click on update post. So you can see now it has changed it to get offer. Okay. So this is another add-on. Maybe you also want them to reach out to you also via add a WhatsApp button to your website. So this is also there. So once you scroll down, now there's this option to edit your placement. Okay. Now on this edit placement, so what it means is that if you click on it, now it will show you the different placement that you have. You can see the sizes. So what it means is that if you're seeing that the image is not okay in terms of the size, so once you click on any of the placement, you can go in there and edit it. Maybe you want to crop the image is too big or not looking good. You can see it from here. So you can just come into edit placement and edit the image. Okay. So once you have done with this edit placement, so once you scroll down, we have this advanced plus creative and then the tracking. So you can just leave that for now. And then the next thing is you can just go ahead and publish. Okay, so once you click on the publish, and then you see it here, publishing 1 of 3, publishing 3 of 4. So you can see multiple items published. Okay, so that means the campaign, the ad set, and the ad itself is published. Now, before, as I was clicking on publish, I remember that I didn't give the ad set the name. You can see it's showing new traffic ad set. So I can easily do that here. Edit. So I can come back here and give my ad set a name. So I can just give it a name based on all the options I also choose here, maybe on the type of banner that I choose. You can see I just entered green and black website offer banner. So I can just go back and publish it. Okay. So once this is done, and then you can see ads updated. All right. So once you are setting up your ad, in case you see any error there, it will tell you what exactly the error is. You see this option of view details, and it will tell you where the error is. But luckily, we don't have any error. So our ad has already been set up. Now you can see it is processing. So your ad is processing. Let's see what it's saying. Say Meta is processing your recent updates to your ad. Some updates may take several hours. Okay. So once the ad is currently undergoing processing and some review, and then once the ad has been reviewed and everything is okay, it meets with Google guideline and the policy. What you are going to be seeing here is scheduled. Remember we set the ad to start, I think the following day that I selected. So then it should show scheduled. Also, you need to take note that you need to make sure you have enough fund in your Facebook account that will be enough to run your ad. If your fund is not enough to run the ad, and then you maybe, for example, now for this now we selected 70,000, and remember we have only 1,000 in this ad account. So once it has exhausted the 1,000, the ad will just stop automatically. And if you don't even have any fund in the account itself, you'll be seeing instead of this delivery where it's showing processing, it will show payment error. Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to take note of. So once your ad starts running, this is where you are going to be seeing all the result about the ad, the reach, the impression, the cost per result. Now, if you don't know the meaning of all these things, once you over it, it is going to tell you what each of them means. So you can see it will give you a brief explanation of all of these things, amount spent, when it is going to end. So all of this information is what you are going to be seeing. So basically, this is how you set up your Facebook ad. I hope you learned a lot from this video. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you have any question or any comments, let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget, I said, if you also want to watch the video I did on engagement campaign, remember this is about traffic campaign, just check the description of this video or just check the playlist. You'll find the link to that video so that you can also watch that and have an understanding on what Facebook ads is all about. So once again, thank you very much. My name is Prosper, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye for now.